You guys think, like, so you read the comments and everything?
No, yeah,
Okay. You read the Killing Joke, or?
Hey, how you doing, Lloyd? Hi, how's everything? Nice to see you.
So, just to let everybody know, everybody as far as cast and crew goes, that's director extraordinaire to the far right, Alex Gerhardt. Actor extraordinaire, Dylan Hobbs, right here. And coming in late, my man Manny, Kevin, my man Mark right here played the good husband. Oh yeah, me, I play Bruce. So any questions for anybody here, cast and crew, feel free to shoot ahead and ask away.
My first question is, how long did it take?
To film it, what, 8 days? Yeah.
No way.
Are we talking about 8 straight days? Like, come on.
It was 9 days.
Was it?
It was 9, but we had a day off, so 8 days. We mainly filmed it in San Bernardino. Downtown San Bernardino, a lot of different locations that we scraped up together. You know, a lot of family members allowed us to use their homes and different areas. Yeah.
Yeah, that was another question I was wondering. How did you do the bar?
You know.
Walked into a bar.
Walked into a bar with a bill.
Walked into a bar, got drunk, and
He walked in with that spike and that scar.
I made him an offer he couldn't refuse.
What do you need, man?
Hey, wasn't there like a funny story on the day you guys shot that bar scene?
What was that funny story? Oh, yes. So we're Francis. So we're sitting there. No, we're sitting at the bar, and Alec, you know, we're about to shoot the dialogue, and there's these people sitting next to us, and Alec was like, he's all like, man, we need them to be quiet. I mean, just ask nicely. Maybe they'll, you know, tone it down for us.
And if you don't know Alec, he's like the nicest guy.
Yeah, he's the nicest dude. Like, he'll never raise his voice, and he won't tell you no. So these people over here, the lady had said earlier, if you guys need us to be quiet, just let us know. So I said, hey, you said earlier you need them to be quiet, let them know. So Alec was like, excuse me, we're about to start filming. Can you guys just tone it down a little bit? So like, fuck you. This is a bar. If you don't like it, get the fuck out. So Alec's like, okay. So then, I mean, we all thought she was serious. And then she turns around and she's like, oh, I'm just playing with you.
So those pictures, they were bar pictures that you saw in the background?
Yeah, all those
Those
people.
were real
I
people.
was wondering about that too.
These are, yeah,
Awesome.
Well, what did we do? I wrote a script like in March, and then we all decided it was probably a pretty good idea to launch Kickstarter. We filmed a little trailer, like something that's kind of like this, just like give you a hint at it. Then we just threw it on there and tried to get that. But while the Kickstarter was going, I think we started filming. So eventually, we made our little Kickstarter thing. So that's pretty good.
What was the Kickstarter goal?
It's only $1,000 for the Kickstarter.
It was only $1,000, but I mean, in reality, Alec came out of pocket more than that. You know, if we go and we put time and effort and money, between me and Alec, we probably put in about $7, $8 grand.
This was kind of just testing the waters to show you what we can do.
So, what about equipment? Like, you guys have done
It's mainly equipment that Alec has built up over the years.
It's just a camera, and we had a pan.
He'll play it down.
What kind of camera did you shoot?
It's a Sony Nex 100 UK, something like that.
He's a real humble guy, so you gotta excuse him.
And then Lloyd, got a question back there?
Yeah, the gunshots. You had to add those later, right? Because the cops would have been down on you.
Correct. The
Like,
cops did come down. The cops did come down on one of the scenes, and I mean, it was about 7 cop cars. They came fully armed.
It was actually the Batman scene, which
Yeah.
is cool because these cops rolled on us heated, like full-blown, somebody called.
I have the 357 in my waist, you know, and I see the cop. I mean, the cop's literally on the wall like this with an M16. And I'm like, yeah, well, we're just filming a movie here, sir. You know, I went from like Croc mode, big schmuck like this.
They didn't ask for permits.
No, we did everything guerrilla style.
As soon as they saw Batman up on the balcony,
they just.
they figured they were on the same side. So.
No limits whatsoever.
It was shoot and go.
That's crazy, especially when you're running around with.
Yeah, well, I mean, they look like real guns, you know? I mean, the cops actually had to come on set. He made me put my hands up.
That was the first thing he said.
Put your hands up, don't reach for them. So he came, took the gun out of my waist, grabbed the machine guns, make sure they were all fake.
They didn't find you for shooting without a permit?
Nope. No. We told them we were students.
Yeah.
Well,
That always works. If you're ever gonna shoot, just say you're a student.
We had one
They told
student with us, so we were good. We had a good.
They told us that we have, what, 20 minutes to get out of there? They
Five.
got
They said five.
So we got 5 minutes to
5
shoot, and he gave us an hour and a half.
Yeah, 5 turned into 15.
He really liked what was going on, so you know he stayed around for this.
It's not often the San Bernardino PD gets to watch a movie being made without permits.
Not like San Bernardino PD really gets anything like that in San Bernardino, except real crime.
We felt that we were kind of furthering the legacy because we shot at the California Theater, which is a historical site, so we felt that we was making history with the Joker Rising, and it was only right with the Will Rogers Stadium and everything like that, so we just continue the IE legacy.
And who did the edit?
So like, what were like the main elements of each character that you really wanted to like bring out towards like for the film that you wanted to?
Well, I'll answer for my character. I personally wanted to have my character be just better represented in the film because the costume that Alec had in mind at first was straight out of like some Spencer's Gifts Halloween stuff, and I would have been looking stupid, but so actually, Alec wanted me to have a green suit, but I just kind of like just worked it out with just some green outfits and worked out the green little contacts and the earrings I got from Ross and such, and I just tried to play up the color green and you know, just be as much of a Riddler as I possibly could.
For like a quick second about that, I thought you were like John Stewart or the Green Lantern.
A lot of people make that comment. The eyes.
Hey, stupid.
Yeah.
Don't take him seriously. Don't take him seriously. He's being funny.
We were joking.
Yeah.
It's funny. For Croc, Alec came to me with the script and he showed it to me. I've never seen what Killer Croc looked like. Right? So I'm looking at this character and I'm like, man, this character sounds badass. And then I told him I want to play it. And
So you wanted to play Crook.
Yeah, I told him I wanted to play Crook. I thought it was Crook. Right? He goes, oh no, that's Killer Croc. So I go and I research his big old buff lizard dude, right? And I'm like, oh man, I don't look nothing like that. Right? So then I just, you know, started thinking, okay, what if we put a mohawk, run a scar down his face, make him a next ranger, give him a glass eye. We'll call him Croc because of the crocodile boots, you know, and just, I figured I'd just play Joe Pesci and Goodfellas and make them into Croc, so that's where Croc came out of.
There's a graphic novel by Brian Azzarello, which is about the Joker, and in it, Killer Croc is this thug who has a skin condition. Yeah, he
has a skin condition, psoriasis. But we figured, you know, make him inclined to killing, you know, ex-military. Yeah, actually, you know what? I still got the mark right there. It stained my face. That's what I get for trying to make movies, huh? Get a permanent scar.
Souvenir.
Yeah.
What you do with Joker?
What's that?
How'd you
well, luckily, some good friends of mine are hardcore Joker fans and DC comic fans, and when they found out what project I was involved in, one of my buddies was actually like, dude, I have to sit you down for like 20 minutes and actually, because that was the thing, you know, with the other Batman movies, the Burton and Nolan one was, you know, there were questions as far as like how it stuck to the original characters of the stories within the comic books. And so I really wanted to bring as much of that to this as I could for the fans' sake. This was by far the scariest freaking role I've ever undertaken as an actor, and the most fun. Helped take me to a new level for sure. Like I remember when they called me and they were like, yeah, we want you for it. I was like, awesome! And for like a day I was like, holy shit! And then like anxiety hit me really hard. Like, what am I gonna do? Like, holy shit! Like, this is a huge cinema patriarch of a character, you know, like this character's been done by Jack Nicholson, and Heath Ledger's performance was outrageous. Like, what the hell am I gonna do? So, and another interesting aspect of it was it was split. It was playing Cyrus, and then it was also playing the Joker, and then the Joker was telling the story of Cyrus. So the Joker was aware of Cyrus. Cyrus wasn't necessarily aware of the Joker. So that was a bit of a brain fart. I'm trying not to curse too much up here, but it literally was like a tick that just started like, wait a minute, so it's these characters, and I had to create that separation in my mind. Cyrus was straight up just, you know, no emotion at all, didn't show anything, very much just feeling his way out on the street, comes from a broken home, just no emotion whatsoever. Like the Harley aspect is what opened him up, I think, a little bit. As far as prep work for the Joker, I don't know. I think I had like coffee and I didn't really a lot of cigarettes. Well, I didn't really. I smoked more of Cyrus than the Joker. Red Bull. Like it was interesting, you know, doing that warehouse scene, because it was like this highly emotional scene, and then it was like, okay, pause. So Jennifer Ramos, our makeup artist, could apply the one side of my face, and then it was like, okay, right back into it. All this emotion, go, boom, and then we shoot it, and it was like, okay, pause, and we go to the other side. And so by the end of that, I remember like being so completely gassed that night. Like the Joker requires a lot of energy. He's fucking off the wall. He's crazy. There, I went with the F word. I knew I wouldn't get through this one.
Well, the movie has full of it, so.
Yeah. So their ears are attuned. But what I loved about the Joker was it's how he flips, and how he 1 minute he's totally playful, and the next minute like he literally will slit your throat. And as far as prep work, I didn't really talk to any of my friends. The girl I was seeing at the time, I didn't really talk to her because I was like, it was weird. Yeah, like it was interesting. Like we shot all the Cyrus stuff first, or not really first, but that was a big chunk of what we started with. And I remember when we started shooting the Joker stuff, it was interesting. After a whole day of playing the Joker, it was like trying to get him out of your mind. At the end of the day, it was like literally almost having a voice in your head that you're like, shut up. Like, I don't need you right now. Like, this is how people go crazy. This is how actors go crazy. Right here is listening to this voice.
Get stuck in the
role. And indulging in it and allowing that voice to just be like, no, I got you, you know? Like, this is what you're going to do. I'm like, no, I got my feet on the ground. So, yeah.
People started looking at you weird in your regular life.
I was off my rocker for about a week and a half, 2 weeks.
I mean, you get stuck into the character, man. One morning I wake up and I'm taking my boys to the barbershop, and this guy flips me off. I literally chased him down into a gas station with my sons in the car, pulled over, and I said, wait right here, I'm going to fuck you up. I'm going to drop off my kids in the barbershop, I'll be right back. My kids in the barbershop, came right back, guy was gone. He didn't wait for me. But, I mean, you literally get stuck in the character, anything sets you off, and, I mean, like you said, actors can go crazy playing a character like that. You know, you think you're big and bad, and then the guy gets out and he's like this big, and you're this big, and you're like, oh, I'm sorry. Doesn't matter, I'm still in character.
Yeah, how difficult and how fun was the transition scene from Cyrus to Joker?
The warehouse scene?
Yeah.
Oh, God, man, that was hard. And that was definitely the scene that I was most concerned with. And I knew it was going to require the most.
You did it one take, too, just so that you could do it.
Wow.
One take, so.
Manny, too. Yeah. Manny, like, we actually, you know, we gave each other a lot on set. It's really great to work with actors that are in it with you fully. You know, I think we even got into it like one night because we were just both hard-headed in character. It was like, and later it was like, oh, I'm sorry, bro, I love you too. We were just, it's all good. But we really, we went all in together. And when you have actors in front of you,
Or unselfish.
yeah, and totally like give you everything.
I mean, that's what makes a good partnership. When you're on set, even if the camera's not on you, you still go in all in. You know what I mean? You still give him that emotion so he can feed off you. And when you do that, the camera's on him, then he's going to do it in return to you, and it gives a scene like The Warehouse. I mean, literally, I felt like crying. I didn't want to do it. blacked out, and I'm like, man, why am I doing it to this guy? You know, it's like, it's my partner, and then I'm thinking, wait, no, that's not me. And I mean, all these thoughts running through your mind, all these emotions, and you're just like, okay, what do I do next? You blank out for a second, you get into character, you actually become that person, and it's fun, man, but at the same time, it's exhausting.
Extremely exhausting. I think actually we actually canceled shooting the next day because I called Alec. I was like, dude, I'm cast. I need a day. So go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, first off, I just want to say I greatly enjoyed it. Something I wanted to find out, I guess probably from Alex, is the creative project. What inspired you to take on this project?
This one, well, I always had an idea. I always had this idea about a Batman movie that was like from the villain's point of view. Actually, that Joker.
Brian Zarello's.
Yeah, that's the best comic I ever read, in my opinion. But so I read that a long time ago, and I looked at it recently. It kind of reminds me, like even some of the colors on accident, but it kind of looks like that magazine, that comic. But I always thought of this idea that Joker, he was like in the back seat, like it was before he was a criminal. I never thought about it, and then I met another filmmaker, and he was doing like a Batman thing, and he had a Batman suit, and I was like, huh, maybe we could do something with that. And then like a couple days later, I thought of this, and then it was written pretty quick, and then like in March, and then it was made in June.
You have a question back there?
How many days did you write it?
I don't remember how many, a week? Maybe. No. I think a week. You were there, Gloria.
How many days, Gloria?
That's all he did.
It took a while.
We were on
A couple days.
vacation, and then I didn't see you. We was in the basement just writing.
And the only reason it took us a month to start filming was because we just felt like doing it like that, or else knowing Alec, we would have been doing it a week right after casting. But we wanted to make sure we had all the right locations. We wanted to make sure we had all the right props. So we set it off for a month, and it was just anxiety, man, to get started.
I have a question about casting. Being that the Joker is such an infamous role, and for Alec and for Manny, you guys did the casting for the lead character. How was it casting that role?
Dylan was
other competition.
Dylan was the best by far, and the rest of the guys were just.
Essentially we thought I was going to have to play the Joker.
Yeah.
Until Dylan walked in.
I mean, we're sitting there disappointed, and we're like, all right, dude, I guess you're playing the Joker. And then we have Dylan walk in full makeup, and we're like, oh, not another schmuck in makeup, God! And he just blew us out the water. I mean, we had a guy come in, he was licking his hand, jumping on the seat, and then he shakes my hand with the hand he just licked. And I was like, oh, I gotta go sanitize my hand.
There was a surfer guy too that came in.
Yeah, he sounded like the leprechaun.
he literally sounded like Smeagol at one point too. But he tried. It was good effort.
And what about Harley?
Actually, was Katie one of the first?
Katie was probably the first, and then we had another girl named Jacal come in, and she was pretty good, but it was a complete different Harley we would have had to take.
Puerto Rican, probably
she would have
way
been
taller
Puerto Rican
than
and
Dylan.
way taller than that.
A lot of apples.
And it's funny, she comes in and never mind.
So anyway,
anyways,
Any more questions?
Any more questions?
Get one right here, my man Johnny. One more time.
Did you guys cast in LA or Inland Empire?
We casted in Inland Empire, but everyone came out of LA.
Not everyone.
No, for Joker and Harley, everyone came out of LA. And for Oswald.
What are you gonna do with it now?
It's online.
That's a very good question.
Keep getting it out there, I guess. Yeah. We're gonna make 2 more, but
We're actually pressing up some DVDs right now.
What about film festivals? You're gonna enter?
we'll see what we can enter. I mean, there's a lot of
There's
copyrighted
a lot of
property.
limitations with dealing with the Batman property, being that it's Warner Brothers property, and they don't really allow you to profit.
the music.
And the music,
And
yeah.
the music as well, yeah, exactly.
We might have to get it rescored, but at the same
Yeah,
time,
so
we're looking at the problem with the Warner Brothers characters. Which, if you really look at them, besides the Joker, you wouldn't know those other guys from Warner Brothers.
As far as like a fan film on the internet, it's a success so far. So
Yeah, over 100,000 views.
Just say if that's a concern, make sure you guys trademark the script if they could buy it from you later.
it's it's registered.
Well, it's copyrighted.
Yeah.
It's copyrighted.
Yeah.
Any more questions or criticisms?
So your film crew,
Sorry, we get that question right there.
Have any of you guys been in other films that we might have seen?
Alec, have you done any other films?
This year we did another full-length movie, zombie movie, Dominique.
Well, this year.
Yes, no, you were in it. No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was beginning of the year we made a zombie.
I say that because Alec is like, man, he gets a thought in his head and he'll make a movie that next weekend and boom. I'm so glad you said that because after we were done with Gory Ridge and done with Joker Rising, I said, Alec, I want to see a romantic comedy from you, dude. I want to see something just like plain, just, you know, romantic comedy. But he wasn't biting though.
Anything
I've got a thriller film coming out later this year. It's called The Axemen at Cutter's Creek.
Say that again.
The Axemen at Cutter's Creek. Just The Axemen. So you can go on IMDb. It's a thriller, you know, it's kind of tried to recapture that whole 80s thriller genre. And then another thriller, actually, it's called Deadly Reality, which will air on the Lifetime channel on September 2nd. What's that?
You did that one?
That's the one, the Malibu one I did.
Oh, okay, never
you guys.
Okay.
But yeah, other than that.
Well, I was just saying, you did a really good job. I shed a few tears for the end.
Oh, sure. I was there, I cried my eyes out doing it, and every time I've seen it, even when I went and Alex showed me one of the first cuts of it, even though I knew what was coming, it was still emotional. I cried on Alex.
In front of my dad, you know?
Yeah, in front of his whole family. I ball like a little baby. They gave me donuts and coffee.
Yes, questions?
The acting was superb, by the way, for all you guys.
Thank
Really
you.
good. How big is your crew? Like, you got a DP and
That's such a good question. I love that question.
That's the crew.
That's the crew. Is that guy with a camera and putting it down and picking it back up?
So the mic is on camera then? Or?
For this one, yeah, it was on.
Yeah, we will be running sound on the next, anything we do from here on
It's just a
out.
straight mic on the camera.
What about lighting?
Sometimes we set
Natural
it
light, most of the time that we used lights was only in Harley's room.
Probably. And a little bit of the barn. Or,
Yeah.
where else?
It was whatever's there.
Wow, it's amazing. Oh, that's really impressive.
And man, you working on something something also with Alec coming soon, right?
Gory Ridge or?
No,
What don't work?
Oh, well, we're gonna be doing a trilogy. So we'll be doing 2 more of these.
Very nice.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's asking for it, and we have some really good ideas, so I think DC's gonna be kind of kicking themselves in the butt, because once they see what we got in store, they're gonna be like, wow, why didn't we think of that?
We have to go there.
There's a quick one. So, was there a character you wanted to like those Cameron characters that you wanted to like bring out into this film, or were you probably gonna save them for like the next film? That you
I think we pretty much
particular.
in this one?
We will be bringing Harvey Dent.
Oh yeah.
Riddler will be back. Poison Ivy will be back, just probably until we kill her off.
How about Black Mask?
Black Mass is dead. We killed him.
Okay. Really?
He got burned.
I know, but I talked. Yeah.
We're debating on bringing him back.
Yeah.
It's still in the works. We're not sure, but we're probably gonna leave him dead.
Okay.
You might see Bane in a different form than
Yeah, you'll see Bane in a different form. Nothing like the mask and you know, nothing like that.
You might see Mr. Freeze too.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Different
But you won't see him as Mr. Freeze.
Mr. Freeze.
No,
Don't give away too much.
Okay.
Drug dealer. Yeah, drug dealer would be great.
You're gonna see a lot of characters in the next one, but you'll have to watch it to know who's gonna be in it.
Cool.
Are you just Batman characters? Or are you guys gonna try to?
There's gonna be some.
We were looking into some Superman characters. We're not sure yet. I mean, everything's in the air.
Nothing like Superman though. He won't be in it.
Oh, okay.
That's
So it's just gonna be Batman characters.
Other like ancillary characters like Nightwing or.
Oh, maybe.
We'll see.
Maybe. Like I said, you have to tune into the next one.
Pretty much.
There'll be a nice twist. There's gonna be a lot of twists in this next one that's just gonna leave, comic book fans like, wow, I can't believe they did that.
And why did they?
And why did they do that?
It might be so good we might come out with a comic.
Did you have a question?
Yeah, I thought the camera work was amazing. Like it's constantly moving.
Oh, cool.
Like was that Steadicam?
No,
It's Steady Arm.
Steady Arm.
It's a movie. It comes out 2015.
Wait a minute. Tell the truth. This guy walks around like.
I mean, you can see him running with the camera like that. The scene where we're chasing the guy with the car, we're in the car and he runs and he falls. He was actually running like this. I mean, he'll run backwards. The guy's amazing on the camera.
Yeah, we have quite a bit of BTS, and we're going to be putting together a Blu-ray copy. We'll have some nice BTS and such, and all the trailers and such. So look out for that.
Cool.
Cool.
Any other questions?
It's a Sony Nex 100 UK. That's like what it's called. Yeah, or whatever you want it to. Yeah, you can change the setting.
So if you guys want to catch the film again, it's on YouTube right now. YouTube. All you got to do is type Joker Rising, and definitely will pop
Show it to your friends, spread the word.
Definitely.
Send them to our Kickstarter.
Yes.
For our trilogy.
One
more question?
Yeah, if you were to film somewhere else, where would you guys want to go seek out?
To get a real good
Probably
view
Riverside.
of Gotham?
Yes.
Well, I think
Riverside, some LA.
Some scenes in LA I'd like to film some there.
There's some, what about around Orange County and stuff?
Maybe we haven't really looked at it. Is it pretty good stuff out there?
How convenient you live in Orange County.
It's very good, very good. Very
Okay.
Plus, we could really, again, say that we're filming at the street.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly, right?
Some of it will have to probably get a little more serious with the permit type junk.
Just get a t-shirt.
Yeah, we hope to step up the quality a little bit.
Yeah, a little
in
bit.
certain aspects.
Yeah, something.
Once you break out a boom mic, that's when you need the permit.
Okay, maybe we don't need that.
Because then they know something's going on. It's kind of hard to hide that.
Okay.
Big fuzzy.
Well, probably for LA scenes, we probably won't bust out the boom mic. But I mean, I see people walking around with cameras and a boom mic on the sidewalks. But I mean,
It might be permitted.
It's very strict. They come out like instant.
Yeah.
We're out there at 3 o'clock.
Still got shut down.
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, like just instant.
Yeah, we'll play it by ear like we always do. That's how we love filming. It's not that we don't want to get the permits. It's just that's how we've started.
It's awesome.
And that's what works for us.
Yeah, like 8 days. 8 days.
You know, Torrentino has his style, and Gerhardt has his.
So do you manage to get IMDb listing for this?
Yes.
We're already on IMDb.
Yes, it is on IMDb.
How did you get through?
All I did, because I just went to the Pro, I'm IMDb Pro, it's like $10 a month.
Yeah.
Just put a new title, and that's it.
I thought they require you to have public.
They say there is that, but I mean, I don't know, it didn't have
Go
any
Pro.
effect on what I was doing. So. But now there is a little bit of public, so maybe that's why.
Yeah, with a little bit of press, I think they've got on some of the websites. So I think IGN has wrote up a little article.
But it went on way before that, so I think maybe it's fine. I think if you have, as long as you have IMDb Pro. Not sure.
Were you ever tempted to make other DC references, like?
Not really. I think that's what you see there is there's actually like almost that whole scene from Poison Ivy till he's with the Russian roulette till the bar scene. All that's not even in the script. We had Manny added that later. Like we thought.
I just figured it'd build in a little more craziness if we went in there, played Russian roulette, and then just killed the guy for no reason.
Yeah, I love this.
And the kid was added probably a day before that. My son was running around. I said, "Hey, go sit on the stairs right there, bro."
Yeah, so in that scene, you guys actually see Croc killing his own son.
Yeah. It's funny because the first time I watched it, I literally cringed. Should have listened. And then I'm trying to make my kid cry, right? I'm like, and then Alex is like, "Oh, I think I got it." I said, "Alec, I was just gonna make him cry right now, man."
I'm gonna take your video games away.
I'm gonna take your iPad away from you if you don't shut up and sit down.
Child method acting.
I'm gonna make you eat spinach.
But yeah, I mean that was added after.
You got a question right here?
What's the running time?
It's an hour and 20 minutes.
Any more last questions? Well, we pretty much want to present this screening here of Joker Rising for everybody here of the IP group. I've been part of it for 3 years since it's been going on, and we just want to inspire you guys to continue on with making your own projects and showing them and inspiring us just in return. And hope you guys really enjoyed the movie, and please spread the word. And we thank you very, very much for showing up and for Joker Rising. So, cast and crew, thank you very much.
Thank you.